Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are going to start a new Everyday Pat McGrath Labs series. So if you have not caught one of these series before on my channel, I've done two Pat McGrath Labs series before, I'm pretty sure, and a Natasha Denona one, and then just a mixture of a palette one. But essentially for my Everyday Pat McGrath Labs series, what I'm going to do is create an everyday makeup look using one of my Pat McGrath Labs Motherships or palettes in my collection for the next definitely 10 days. I haven't actually fully decided how many days this is going to go for yet, so that's a stay tuned, but it will definitely be 10 days minimum for the 10 motherships, so starting at Subliminal and going all the way up to Moonlit Seduction. And it's really just to inspire you guys to hopefully use your Pat McGrath Labs mothership palettes if you have them in your collection. So hopefully that all sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's zoom on in and get into it. I have primed my lids already using my Rare Beauty eye primer, and we're gonna dip into Subliminal today, day one. Can you tell I love this shadow right here? It is my favorite Pat McGrath Labs matte shade out of all of her mattes, including out of Velvet Liaison. Today I want to show you guys basically my go-to Subliminal look. I think I've done a variation of this or like something similar to this on my channel before, but it was years ago and I know we have a lot of new followers since then. So I want to show you guys just like my quick everyday go-to look using this palette. So I do pick up this shade first. Before I got Velvet Liaison, I used this transition shade pretty much every single day, hence the pen. So I'm taking my Refa 33 first, and I'll start by just packing this all over the lid. And then I'll work it into the crease. And if you haven't heard me talk about the Refa 33 before, it is like my go-to brush. You can literally create an entire look just using this one brush, and it's phenomenal. It packs shadow on, it blends, you can do everything. Lower lash line, all of it. It's my favorite brush for sure, especially out of eyes. So that's how quick and easy that shadow like blends out on the lids. It's definitely a must. I personally think Pat needs to release this one matte shade from Subliminal as a single. She has Statuesque, but I can tell you it is not the same. It cuts kind of close, but it's not the same. There's just nothing like this one taupe shade from Subliminal. We're going to take a Refa number 14 now, and I'm going to dip into this dark brown matte in the palette. Now, if this is your first time catching this little series here, basically I post a quick little look every single day for the next minimum 10 days. It might go to 14, it just depends on how I'm feeling. It's not going to go any longer than 14, that's too far for me. I'm just going to pack this onto the outer corner a little bit, by the way, which you can obviously skip this step if this shadow is too deep for you. So the looks are really quick. The videos are usually under 15 minutes, anywhere between like 7 to 15 minutes, depending on the look. And it really is just designed to inspire you guys to kind of use your palettes on the everyday. I know that these palettes can be intimidating and you can kind of feel like, oh, I just can only really use these on like glam occasions or special occasions. Obviously not everybody feels that way, but it is a common feedback that I get. So it's really just designed to honestly inspire you, show you some different ways that you can use the palettes. I'm not a makeup artist. This is the Refa 33 again, by the way. I'm not a makeup artist. It's just how I like to use my palettes, how I like to create looks and have a bit of fun. That's really all it is. It's nothing serious. And obviously every look is, you know, create your own adventure. If I use a shade that's a step too far for you, or not enough, you can obviously change it and tailor it to how you like it. Some people might not want to use this deepening shade. It might be too deep for them. Some people might like their looks to be a lot glamour. It just really depends. But honestly, it's just if you have a good old-fashioned time and are inspired to use the palettes that we spent so much of our hard-earned money on, happy days. I'll also link my Pat McGrath Labs playlist down below for you guys if you want to check out other series that I've done of these. I've done like a glam one before, and I'm pretty sure I then did the Everyday one last year. I think that's it so far for the kind of series, but there's like 88 videos on that Pat McGrath Labs playlist. I'm gonna pick up my Pat McGrath Labs Intensifies stick. You'll hear me say this like nearly every day. You do not have to use the Intensifies stick if you don't have it. Glitter glue, concealer, nothing, wet your brush, whatever you like, it's up to you. This is my absolute personal favorite, just personally. And you will see it. I mean, if you've been watching my channel, you see it in every video anyway. It's like the one constant around here. And you'll also hear me say like, you might not want to use this shade, that kind of thing. So be prepared. So I'm just placing this 3/4 over the lid. You'll also hear me say in a couple of videos, or most videos as well, like tailor the look to suit your eye shape. This kind of a look for me, I don't really deviate from it, you may have noticed. It really does suit my hooded eyes. It might not look like my eyes are super hooded on camera, but they are, like you can barely see any lid, you know, because of angles. So in real life, you can barely see any lid. And so this is the kind of eye shape that one is quick for me to do. Like I don't have to think about it. I can just go boom, boom, boom every day, just pick my shades, and I know it's gonna come together and look good. And it just suits my particular eye shape, at least in my personal preference, right? It's all about what I personally think. But you might find that your eye shape is more suited to like halo eyes or something, so you can just like pick and choose, right? Now we're dipping into this special shade right here. And in my last Everyday Pat, I didn't really use a lot of the special shades. I kind of wanted to showcase a lot more of the metallics in the collection. So if you want more of the metallic looks, like my last Everyday Pat series, I used this shadow right there, and I really loved how that look turned out. But in this one, I also want to incorporate a lot more of the special shades and show you just how much they can be used on the everyday and kind of can be like pared down. So I'm taking a Refer 2 and dipping into that special shade in that top corner. And I really, really like this shade. I use it quite a lot. And I'm just going to press it and tap this where we laid that Intensifies. Now if you want to like build up the intensity, you can obviously really go and pack this kind of metallic on. If you want just a light fairy dusting, you can just, you know, pick up even less product and just tap, tap, tap really lightly. Again, it's like a really like choose your own adventure here. If you have hooded eyes and you're scared about the glitter fallout, that's where I really recommend the Intensifies stick or a glitter glue. And if you want a super, super intense, like metallic version of this shadow, just wet your brush as well as using like say the Intensifies, and it will really get quite opaque. So that's the shade right there. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and depending on the light, the thing that I like about this shade is depending on how the light is kind of hitting it, it really kind of has like a transparent base almost, and then it just hits this kind of like bluey, smoky, purpley, cool tony taupey color, just depending on which way the light is hitting you. So that's why I find it personally quite wearable. Also, I think I've said this a little bit already, but I'm just dipping back into this dark brown shade with my Refer 14. Like, obviously this is just my version of an everyday look, right? Like, please don't take offense or even take this as like, this is an everyday look, just my version. So you might wear a lot more color, you might wear a lot more bling or glam, or you might find this too much. Like, it's really just dependent on you. I've probably already said that, but I just really want to stress it. I also like to build my crease up quite a bit because I find it creates like a faux crease for me with my hooded eyes and just makes it look like they're not so hooded, I guess. So I've just picked up that Refer 33 again with that taupe color, and I'm just gonna buff that out a little bit more again. So we are gonna leave the eye look here. I'm gonna do a speed through of my base makeup now. All of the products that I've used on my face today and like the eyeshadow and everything will be linked in the description box below. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, thank you so much, I appreciate it. So we'll do the speed through of the base makeup, and then we'll come back, finish lower lash line and lips together, and then see the finished look. So let's do it. Base makeup is all finished. Let's finish this lower lash line. So Delium Tools 777 shader brush, you know we're going straight into this transition shade here. And running that underneath here. I always keep my lower lash line pretty boring, if I'm honest. Just on a rough of 3, I'll take a kiss of that dark brown matte. Just really lightly pop that here. For the inner corner, I'm just going to go into the little champagne shade here. You could also go into that white special shade if you wanted to. I am not going to put any eyeliner on today. I just actually don't feel like it, but if you wanted to, Bob's your uncle. I'm going to put my Victoria Beckham Future Lash Mascara on, and then we will do our lips. Lip liner, I'm going to take my Natasha Denona My Dream Lip Liner. And then I'm going to try the Shansekai Lip Veil in Tem Body. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this. We'll give it a go. Actually, no, I feel like that's perfect. Excellent. All right, let me go pop my jewelry on and then we'll zoom out and see the finished look. So 2 seconds. Alrighty, and this is the finished look for Subliminal Day 1 of Everyday Pat McGrath Labs. I hope you enjoyed the look. Again, feel free, tailor this look to suit your personal preferences. But yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you feel inspired to bring out your Mothership palettes if you own them, or just any of your palettes and play with makeup. Let me know your thoughts down below. You know, I love hearing from you guys. And if you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye.